Today we've come to Mullins Beach to see how climate change has affected this area. And it used to be a huge tourist destination, but sadly because of climate change the sea level's risen, sand's gone and the rocks have come up. This has meant that the coral has sadly broken and coming in onto the beach, which has meant small fishes have nowhere to stay, which leads to big fishes having no food and the fishermen having no fish to catch, which has affected the Bayesian community.
Look all that. That's all coral. Ow.
You know, Barbados is a place where people come for tourism. If there's no beaches, if there's no corals, if there's no beautiful fishes, people will not come. And most of the actual income for these islands is tourism.
Okay. We're currently looking at the damaged coral quite near the beach actually, and it looks very different to what we saw. It looks a lot more dead and there's a lot less fish. Instead of plants, they look more like rocks.
Well, if that happens to all the coral, then there's going to be a lot of fish that's dying because they don't have nowhere to feed.
And kids are usually most affected. On all these islands, about 40% of the population are kids.
I've lived here all my life. My family, you know, my sister and I, we grew up here. The change is kind of drastic. First of all, the water never used to be this far up. So now the houses that are built near to the beach, when you have high tide, it goes into their houses. And when the seawater hits the galvanized, it rusts. And that is trouble for them because then their houses are kind of falling apart. And in some cases, the water is kind of taking the houses out into the sea.
The sad part is that Caribbean islands like this, they're not the ones who are producing the pollution and munition that's actually causing the climate change.
Climate change is actually happening really fast, and especially around the Caribbean area, the coral reef needs to be protected, and maybe if that could be addressed more to like even tourists and people living in the Caribbean, I think it would be better.